ever tell you my friend Dan and I, when we still had our show on the radio, we actually had a radio bumper for our show that it was just him and I grunting. like old people when they're trying to pass something out of their colon, like and like one point he made this weird noise that sounded like a horse is being got like a broom shoved up its ass. And it was like I'm like, what the fuck? Philly film games. It's over. Welcome back to the smiting of the Lorax.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
I was not a big fan of the Lorax movie. I just wasn't. Now, I like the book, but then the book is always better than the movie. Haha, cliche.
Yeah.
But no, Eric has to defeat the Morax, right?
Yeah, the Tranquil Morax.
The Tranquil Morax. So it's just Danny DeVito just drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I watched the Lorax years later. And I think, well, even if I'd have watched it when it came out, I'd have probably had the same reaction, because I didn't like the fact that I know what fucking the Onceler looks like now. Like,
that's right, because he didn't show up in the book.
In the book, you only see his hand.
Yeah.
And it's like what they did with the Inspector Gadget movies. Like, you never saw Dr. Claw's face.
No.
And now you show Dr. Claw's face. And it's like, why? Why, damn it?
That was like part of why nobody could catch him or anything. Nobody knew who the hell he was.
Yes.
He was just Claw. He had an arm and there was a cat.
Yeah.
That was it.
Shit, I remember when I was 5 and I had a dream that I thought I knew what Dr. Claw's face looked like.
Nice.
And it was basically like, that's scary that I now remember a dream I had when I was 5. Dr. Claw was in my dream and I saw his face, but it really wasn't his face. He had like a shroud over it, like a giant black veil,
yeah.
and it was his they were Agents of Mad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that logo, like, right above his forehead, where it would be, and then, like, his eyelets were yellow. They glowed yellow. Like, that was what his face was. Like, he didn't have, like, a face. He was just... He had a veil on. That's what... And when I was 5, I was like... I woke up and I was like... I remember even telling my mother, I'm like, I know what Dr. Claw looks like! And she's like, what are you talking about? Dr. Claw! On Inspector Gadget! I know what he looks like! And she's like, okay. You need to lay out the Cocoa Puffs, kid.
Yeah.
Because that was like a huge deal. And yeah, I thought I had solved it. Because I even told my friends and they thought I was full of shit. And I'm like, no, I saw it! And then I realized like later, I was like, oh fuck, it was a dream.
It's like, oh yeah. I was dreaming.
Yeah, because... God, yeah, I honestly thought I knew what he looked like.
Big deal.
It was a big deal, and then they fuck it up. That's the thing I get angsty about when it comes to like shit that they bring. They decide to put it in the theaters and just ruin things. Like, I don't like to say they ruined my childhood, because my childhood is in my childhood and it's good
and it's fine. And it's there.
It didn't go anywhere, but you know. Don't, like, Gem and the Holograms, that train wreck. You know, some things just weren't meant to, I mean, they were made at a perfect time for them, and, you know, trying to update them doesn't normally work all that well. And she's proof of that, because, I mean, that movie was just god-awful. Oh, goody, you didn't take any fall damage from that.
Yeah, because apparently I did it during a fight, or I don't know. Well, no, because that didn't stop it last time.
Oh. But yeah, they, one of the things I was going to talk about, at the end of... You're already down. What the fuck are they going to do?
No, I'm crouching.
Oh, it's going to be a hard attack. That's... Oh, God. That's the name of a channel on Sirius XM.
Hard attack?
Yeah, it's all the death metal.
Oh.
It's the all death metal channel. And that's all they just call it hard attack. So, like, all your screaming and your fast,
all that stuff.
Yeah, all that's where it goes. But no, the thing I was going to talk about prior to the end of the last episode was, what happened to my, like, I hate to say this because it sounds corny as shit, but that's what we called ourselves, our old crew.
Yeah.
Like all the guys I used to skate with in Pennsylvania, and I know, besides myself, I know for certain that one guy still skates. And he was actually our youngest guy. Because we never got another kid after him. I don't know if it was because we were just complete assholes.
Yep. No, I don't know.
No, it might have been. It was something I used to criticize our group for a lot. It was like, it's one thing if you talk shit on each other, whatever. But I mean, we were pretty fucking vicious towards each other. And I'm like, even when we're skating, they're like busting balls, and I'm like, maybe this is why we don't have, people hanging around us, because we're pretty hateful towards each other.
Oh no, wake up. Come on, show.
Because, we got, when Cody joined us, it was, there's easily, like, about 8 guys who were at least 8 to 10 guys who were regular with us,
yeah.
which was already a big drop off from when I first moved back home. Because when I first moved back home, there were easily 24 skaters.
Yeah.
And within the course of like 3 or 4 years, we had dropped down to 10 that were like regular, like, let's go skate, let's do shit. And, like, I mean, times change when, you grow up and shit like that. Because that was like the big problem that I had. Like, all the guys that I was skating with, none of them were out of high school yet. Which, their parents got freaked out by the fact that I was doing it. And I'm like, I'm just skating. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
But, I think out of all that group, I know that besides myself, I think one is still skating. And I look at the other guys, and I think about what they're doing, and it's, or what I can remember that they were still doing. Like, one, my stoner friend I think is still a stoner. And he does his thing. The one who is also a hockey player, I think he ended up in construction. Another one, he was trying... Oh, God, he was such a trip. He tried to get on, I think, the Real World? It was an MTV show called The Real World. And it was like one of the first reality shows on television.
Yeah.
The first Real World was like in 1992. And he was trying to get on the Real World for something, like, or what other people would call, like, he was trying to be like a scene guy, like, he would always post pictures of himself on Facebook or MySpace and make himself look like this personality without actually saying anything, because if you ever heard him really speak, it'd be like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
We done did it.
You slayed the Morax. Now the trees can grow back. 88. Wow.
Yeah, everybody leveled up.
Oh, I guess. Now they're just handing out fucking experience like candy.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I think the biggest surprise out of that whole group is probably Doug and I. You know, like, when you think skaters, or people who skate, or do skateboarding or BMX, you don't really, you know, expect them to do a whole lot in their life. Like, these are just the misfits who do whatever. I mean, there's me, and then there's my friend Doug. Doug is getting his PhD in philosophy at Harvard. Like, what?
Wait, huh?
Because my friend Doug is like the smartest human being I've ever fucking met, and it's not just fucking his intelligence. It's his fucking charisma and his fucking just how he can just get people to do what the fuck he wants. And when he originally went to college, he was going to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I told him as soon as he graduated law school that I'm going to put him on retainer for me in case anything fucking dumb I do comes back to bite me in the ass.
Yeah, in case I need you.
Yeah. Like, the kid's fucking legendary for the shit that he pulled in high school. Case in point, he went. And sometimes I wonder if it's just because either the teachers didn't give a shit or he was just that good. But like, I remember one time, and there were witnesses to all this.
Jeez, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but they're all weaker. Other than, oh no, they're all weaker.
That guy's the same as me.
Yeah.
But then one of the guys leading that group is over 50.
Oh. Okay, well then just don't attract their attention. But, so, what Doug had to do this presentation in class.
Yeah.
And it had to do with something with Nazi Germany. I'm not exactly sure what.
Okay.
So, he didn't do it. Like, he didn't prepare for this presentation or anything. He didn't even bother. Okay. Doug's feigned the idea that his PowerPoint crashed, so he couldn't do it. So he was putting together the whole thing like right on the fly, right there.
Oh. Okay.
So he's like, I think he was talking about Hitler's master plan.
Okay.
So the first picture he brings up and slaps on the PowerPoint is a picture of Hulk Hogan flexing his biceps.
Yeah.
And started talking out of his ass about, like, this is what Hitler wanted. Was Hulk Hogan, the Aryan race,
basically a
yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
And he apparently carried on for a good 5 to 10 minutes about this, and got an A.
Okay.
In English class, apparently, he had to do a report on Ernest Hemingway. Okay. So, it's a 10-minute thing. So he goes up, in his first 5 minutes, he's drawing a time machine.
Okay.
And, he's like, alright, we're gonna get in the time machine now, we're gonna travel back in time to talk to Ernest Hemingway. And so he's like, we're going back to 1950 whatever. And he's like, hi, Mr. Hemingway, what are you doing? Well, hi, I'm Ernest Hemingway, and I'm currently living in Idaho, and I've just completed my masterful work, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. That's great to hear. Now let's see what he's doing in the future. So he fast forwards like 5 years, supposedly, and he's just like, oh, well, let's go talk to Ernest now. He's like, oh, Ernest is dead. He committed suicide.
Yeah. Oh.
And he got an A on this shit. He's like, oh, Ernest shot his face off. Oh.
Oh, no. No.
Like, what the fuck? Like, no effort. Like, the kid was a fucking genius this way. Like, he would just con everybody.
He's just like, here's what I'm gonna do.
He got a 4.0 at Pitt, for God's sakes. Not even fucking... The man... Okay, this is how insane he is. And how fucking, like, just a con artist he was. Alright, the University of Pittsburgh has, like, a student body of over 40,000 people.
Okay.
And, he would get into parties by saying he was Tyler Palco. Now, I know you have no clue who that is.
Nope.
All right. And it also proves a couple points about college athletics. So, Tyler Palco was the quarterback for the Pitt Panthers back then.
Okay.
And nobody really knew Tyler Palco outside of the football team other than the fact that he was throwing footballs to Larry Fitzgerald, who, by the way, right now is a future Hall of Famer. Like, he's already caught 1,000 receptions in the NFL. He's already destined.
He's got it.
But the only reason why Tyler even looked decent was because he had Larry catching his balls.
Yep.
And so he would walk around campus just saying, hey, yeah, I'm Tyler Palco. And people would just bring him into their parties. Like, oh, tell me about that great pass you made the other day. He's like, oh, yeah, really. I had to duck the one linebacker, and I just chucked it, man.
It's just...
And people would buy that shit. Like, that's how fucking legendary Doug was. And the only time he's ever had, like, issues was when he first got to Harvard. Because, like, here's the thing. Harvard paid for him. Full ride, master's and PhD.
Nice.
The only time he's ever had a moment of struggle was when he first started going after his master's. And he contacted me and was like, what the fuck did I get into? And I'm like, yeah, welcome to grad school. If you don't feel like a jackass, if you don't feel like a complete idiot in grad school, then you're fucking up somehow.
Yeah.
Because he never read a damn thing in high school. He never read a damn thing in college. The kid even took a fucking, he took a semester traveling abroad to Russia.
Yeah.
And you know what he did in Russia? He drank vodka every day. That's all he did. That's all he did.
Perfect.
Because he originally went in as a lawyer, and he changed his major to East European literature in like his sophomore year.
Okay.
And he decided, I think his junior year, to travel abroad to Russia. And just... He
spent a semester shit-faced.
He did. He was like, yeah, I took some basic class at, I forget what university around Moscow, and just was shit-faced for an entire semester. He's like, I tried every vodka I could find, every swill water-looking thing. I didn't care. I just drank it. I'm like, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like, what? I only had two courses, and they were fucking easy. I'm like, okay. Like, he's fucking legendary for shit like that. Like, just and I don't know, I think he's second year into his PhD now. And it's like, oh my god. Oh, hey, a cutscene. I haven't seen one of these in a couple episodes.
Yeah.
I was kind of missing them. No, we can't. It's a door.
You have to open it first.
As though it's unguarded, it should make for a decent entry point. Now's our chance, Dunban.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's make the butt sex commence.
Here it comes.
Because I am a butt pirate. I just like how they all walk out. So next time on Philly Film, only 583 experience. What a bullshit point.
Yeah, what is that?
God.
Terrible.
So next time on Philly Film Games, we're going to get to that door and maybe open it.
Maybe. Lucky.